Welcome to News from the States, where we bring you reports on key developments across Nigeria's 36 states. I am Sahid Aribisala. We start off in Kebbi State, where the federal government, through the National Agricultural Development Fund, has launched an emergency onion intervention program in Kebbi State. The initiative aims to support farmers affected by flood and climate-related shocks. Our Mohammed reports.
For onion farmers in Kebbi State, flood and climate shock dealt a heavy blow. Under the Onion Intervention Program, the National Agricultural Development Fund is providing improved onion seed, fertilizers and agrochemicals to 520 affected farmers, helping them return to the field and rebuild their livelihoods. The intervention, implemented through the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, is part of a wider recovery plan targeting over 2,000 farmers across Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe and Borno states impacted by flooding and pest outbreaks. Speaking on behalf of the Executive Secretary of NADF, Muhammad Ibrahim, the Director and the General Manager of the Emergency Support Unit, Mariam Abubakar said, the program aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, aimed at strengthening agriculture, ensuring food security and boosting economic growth.
This intervention is for 0.5 hectare, and we urge the beneficiaries to judiciously and objectively utilize this intervention for the purpose of 0.5 hectares.
Representing Kebbi State Governor Nasser Idris, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, Shehuma Azum, expressed appreciation to the federal government, describing the intervention as timely support for farmers struggling to recover from devastating losses.
The federal government, under the leadership of His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has fulfilled their own pledge of assisting farmers at any point in time.
Last year, we have done similar things in Kaduna to the ginger farmers through this organization. The ginger farmers also, they have such problem.
For beneficiaries like Isa Yahya, the support offers more than input. It restores hope and the promise of a new beginning.
I'm really happy for giving me that. Thank you.
The Kebbi State government pledged to support NADF to stand in with farmers during time of crisis, helping them rebuild livelihoods, restore confidence and protect Nigerians' food security through timely, people-centered agricultural support. Hawa Muhammad, TVC News, Burning Kebbi.
TVC News reporter Awa Muhammad joins me on the news from Burning Kebbi, Kebbi State. Awa Muhammad, good to have you join us on News from the State. How sufficient is the emergency onion intervention in covering the actual losses suffered by farmers? And are there still some affected farmers who are unable to access the support?
Yes, for this is the initial step for the intervention. They call it the 0.1 intervention program, where 5,200 farmers benefited from the seeds, the chemicals, and the inputs from the federal government. And subsequent interventions are on the way. Even the representative of the state government, that is the Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, promised to start the dry season farming intervention program and promised to help 5,000 more farmers who are affected by this flooding, the onion farmers and other farmers who were affected generally.
All right, it's one thing to intervene when we have situations like this, but it's another to also plan to prevent a similar occurrence. What steps is the government taking to prevent similar losses in future flood disasters in Kebbi State? And of course, in the face of the changing climatic conditions, how are the farmers adjusting to these realities?
Being part of the state government, I would say a lot of programs and outputs are being meted out to these farmers, where irrigation farming, where gutters that are being closed or choked up are being opened, and a lot of sensitization is being made to the farmers to enable them and to notify them of dangers of harvesting their crops earlier, and then by prevention of allowing their crops to overgrow and not harvest them on time. And then when the flooding comes, they should try and farm in areas that are not flood prone. There are a lot of interventions, a lot of measures are being taken actually. I can assure you of that. And we hope such doesn't occur in the next rainy season.
Mohammed, thank you so much for joining us on the news.